Sherry. I think you sounded almost nervous after all these years introducing me, but you know, I know it was so fantastic to see you a couple of days ago. A good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My amazing leadership core from the amazing countries of Europe and Nigeria and Dubai and all across the globe that really log in to be able to listen to this call. I know we even have some fellow Canadians and Americans on this call, but you know, this call was primarily started because of the tremendous growth that has happened in the Nigerian market as well as the European market. And you know, today, with pleasure, Sherry had asked me to do a training for our luxury consultants in that market, and I said absolutely. So to tell you a little bit about the history, and we can sort of understand where we come from. Like Sherry said, I started in 2006, much the same like many of you as a distributor, and I absolutely fell in love with the idea and the concept of jewelry, being able to distribute it, being involved in a very protected industry that is also one of the oldest industries in the world. I mean, going back to really the Egyptian times and the pharaohs, and you know, wearing the beautiful jewelry, and jewelry was the status of the wealthy. Well, you know what? I thought this would be a tremendous opportunity for me to get out there and be able to help our CEO in the foundation of building a business, but as well as giving you know, my input and thoughts in the expansion of global wealth trade and its tremendous brand. So let's take a look at the brands again. When I started in 2006 with our company, we never had multiple levels of product line. We only pretty much had our fashion jewelry and we had our gold line. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to say that we have three very different and diverse product lines. Sherry, if we can go to the next slide, we'll get a chance to see that. So we, of course, have our POSH collection by FERI, our FERI designer lines, and our FERI Mosh. And all of these three brands really are different from one another. But one of the most important attributes of all the different product lines, they're all want products. They're need products. They're stylish, and we have a product for everybody's budget. And very soon, you're going to also start to see the POSH logo change. I've removed the butterfly. I've changed the color of the pink to more burgundy, and I've also changed the light blue color, as I'm starting to develop more and more pieces as well for men, and therefore we are making it a more unisex brand, where originally when I started it was primarily targeted towards the women, but since men have been so incredibly excited and loyal to the product line, I'm also expanding that. So we're doing a lot of updates as we enter into our 10th year into this company. So three amazing brands, and I know that you all know about, but moving on, I'm going to share with you the difference between really what we do, our product philosophy, and who we are. One of the most important attributes of our product lines is that we look way beyond just great design. We're looking for timeless pieces. So when you're looking at our collection, a lot of the pieces, some of them may extend from 2007, 2008, 2009, and that's the beautiful part about jewelry, luxury goods. When you're using the best and most unique raw materials, when you're using the best composition, when you use fantastic manufacturers from all across the globe, well, you know what, you're going to get unique, timeless pieces. So our pieces, some of them are from even going back to 2007 and 8 and even 2006, and it's because of the quality, the workmanship, the designs are timeless, and we're use the absolute best raw materials and best quality in anything that we create. What does that mean? Well, that could mean basically whether it's our leather material that we're using, the leather, we're getting our leather from tanneries in Italy. We're getting them cut there. You know, of course, when it comes to our gold, we're using a 19 and 21 karat gold line. When it comes to sterling silver, we're using a 950. When it comes to the stones that we're using inside of our 950 silver, we're using swan cut stones, which are rare and unique, of course, only to our brand, and they're custom cut for the FERI designer lines. When it comes to our optical or sunglasses, we're of course using all of the European standards, which are the highest standards in the world, from UV 400 to CR39 standards. Of course, our leather handbags are basically used with the highest grade of leather material. They're all handmade, hand-stitched. All of our goods are actually handmade, as a matter of fact. Nothing that we do is mass production. Everything that we do is created uniquely for our brand. And that is important for you to understand when it comes to the quality and, of course, the workmanship that we stand behind our product line. All right, moving forward, we, of course, not only do we have, you know, a diverse product line, but as I mentioned earlier, we have our first lineup that I want to talk to you a little bit about. And for the POSH jewelry, this is a POSH collection by FERI, and this was launched about 2 years ago. Now, from 2 years ago, it has come a very, very long way. The POSH lineup is a fashion jewelry lineup. We use a lot of metals and beads and enamels and chains. We have lots of different styles to choose from. These are, of course, exclusively designed for our POSH lineup. And you're going to see a huge, huge, huge transformation happen in the POSH lineup. I am in the process of revamping and remanufacturing. I've actually even changed our factory, because what I'm looking to do is incorporate a lot of natural gemstone. I'm talking genuine turquoise. I'm using mother of pearl, genuine ones in the POSH collection. I've never done this before. I'm using amber, tiger eye, onyx, a lot of amethyst, you know, topaz, lots of wood. There's a lot of different elements that I'm going to be bringing into the POSH collection. And for the warmer climate countries, I know even the stuff that I did with the 5 times gold plating, you know, when I originally created the POSH collection, I never, I mentioned this before as well, never considered the warm climate. But of course, as our business has expanded tremendously in the African market, well, that's become, of course, one of my main focuses. So the new collection that's going to be coming out is going to be dramatically targeted, of course, towards an international market. But from the quality, it will also be able to work extensively, actually perfectly, even in warm climate markets such as Africa, Caribbean, Europe, wherever you are. So this is the part that I'm extremely excited about. And most importantly, if we go to the next slide, Sherry, I'm also going to be focusing on a large collection for men using a lot of stainless steel material, and as well as ladies as well. But what the most amazing thing about the POSH lineup is that it's allowed for our luxury consultants as you to be able to reach a 99% of the world's market due to its price points. You know, about 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that our average price point started at about $100 plus, $140, $150 plus was our starting price point. Of course, this did not work for many consumers, and most people would not spend $110 on an item at a home party on the spot. But what it allowed for us to do when I brought in the POSH lineup, it allowed for people to be able to buy products cash in our POSH lineup, and of course, be able to become VIP customers when it came to buying the higher ticket prices, such as the FERI lineup. This massively increased the retail sales in our company. This massively increased sales for average distributors on a daily basis. And as a matter of fact, we started to get so many luxury consultants making money without realizing how they did it, that we were getting tickets and emails into the office saying, I got my card loaded, I got an email, I just don't know, you know, how. So this was really, really an exciting part of our business. Of course, POSH is also a fantastic item for gifting items. It's a fantastic way for you to showcase for home parties and trade shows. And what I always say to people is it's an amazing entry-level product line to just introduce everyone to the marketplace. You know, I shared a story the other day. I had a lady who sent me a message and said, you know, I wanted to say thank you so much for lunch today. And I'm sitting at my office going, I never had lunch with her. What is she talking about? So I sent her a message back saying, you're most welcome, but we never had lunch. I'm a little confused. She said, well, I was wearing my POSH ring today. A lady at the restaurant saw it, literally bought it off my finger because she loved it so much. The retail profit basically covered for my lunch, so therefore you paid for my lunch. And I thought, what a great story. And that's the power of the POSH lineup, because it's affordable, it's visual, it's high quality, and people absolutely love it. All right, moving forward, we of course, not only do we have the incredible POSH lineup, but we of course have a huge lineup that's been growing for men. And the POSH lineup for men, as I mentioned to you, is going to be expanding. Again, this is going to be becoming also a huge replacement to our tungsten and plankston line. I'm doing a vast lineup of chains and bracelets and cufflinks for men, and this line is really expanding in the sense of money clips, tie clips, more cufflinks, basically, and the lineup will continuously grow over and over and over. All right, moving on. What's really, really important is what you're looking at right now, the image on the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. If you are especially in the African market, if you're in Nigeria, you need to buy these anti-tarnish bags. They are super affordable. They're $5 or $10. Add them onto your order. But really, I wanted to go over this when it comes to the maintenance of your jewelry. So cleaning your pieces regularly, it doesn't matter what part of the world you are, you need to regularly clean your pieces. Why? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you represent the products that we distribute, and your products have to look immaculate at any given time. So once you clean them regularly, your customers will seek them, they will love them, and they will want to buy them. So place your jewelry at night in its original boxes. If you're traveling, if you don't have your original jewelry boxes, these anti-tarnish bags on the right-hand side are fantastic. What do? They block out light. They block out humidity. They block out tarnishing of jewelry. And you have to remember, the POSH lineup is a fashion jewelry line. It is not natural rhodium plated, so over time, with over wear and tear, if you're putting anything on it, such as lotions, if you're washing your hands with it, if you're spraying perfume on your body and this is on it, if you're creaming your body and wearing your POSH, there is a possible cause for it to change color over time. So it's important to make sure that you are cleaning your pieces, and most importantly, after you clean them, putting them into these anti-tarnish bags, as they can prolong your jewelry by an average of about 2 to 3 years. And that is a fantastic timeline to be able to save your product. So anti-tarnish bags, a must purchase on your next order when you're placing whether it's a group shipment, individual shipment, everyone should have these. Okay, moving forward, of course, not only is the anti-tarnish bags important, but you've got to make sure that you also take care of your pieces. Avoid banging, impact, dropping. Ladies, take off your jewelry when you're washing dishes, especially with your jewelry. Again, soap, chlorine, chemicals, dish detergent does not mix well, whether it's with your fashion jewelry, whether it's diamonds, gold, or rhodium. Do not swim or shower with your jewelry. Of course, chlorine, salt, soap, all of these attributes will tarnish and will strip the plating and color off your pieces. Make sure when you're taking your jewelry off, do not throw it on tables or hard surfaces. Use cloth or napkins if you don't have them in your original packaging. At least wrap them in Kleenex to make sure you prevent them. Especially for the ladies, if you have earrings, you want to make sure that those are posts that are going into your ears. Wrap them in tissue paper if you don't have them. All right, so that's for POSH. Now moving forward, of course, with our next lineup, ladies and gentlemen, the POSH is a fashion jewelry. Sherry, moving on to this next slide, please. But not only POSH, we of course have our FERI. And what is FERI? Well, FERI is our largest ultra luxury collection. We have the largest collection to be able to choose from, over 1,000 SKUs. We have our Palladium, which is our silver. We have our handbags, timepieces, shoes, belts, and other accessories. Of course, phone cases, iPad cases, and belts are on their way, by the way. You're going to have them very soon. These are made to be able to wear to show off your designer product. What does that mean? Well, you could literally be dressed from head to toe, whether it's your jewelry, your sunglasses, your purse, your shoes. Again, as I mentioned, other accessories such as your phone case. There's lots of options to choose from, so you need to be a product of your product. Moving on to the next slide. The day-to-day purse collection. I want to talk a little bit about this. This is a faux leather collection. What does that mean? This is not genuine leather. This is a polyurethane, which is an imitation leather material, and that is why the prices are much lower than the Prestige. Of course, it's got its customized lining. We got lots of different shapes. We definitely keep up with the trends. whether it's, you know, your small little evening bag, whether it's your tote bag, whether it's your shoulder bag, whether, you know, it's your messenger bag. We have lots of different styles. Of course, fringe is massive this year. One of the biggest attributes of our bags is the function behind it. Not only are they gorgeous on the outside, but they have function on the inside with multiple compartments. Of course, with this, when it's not in use, you get a beautiful garment bag. Make sure you're putting it back in there, which we'll cover a little bit later on. All right, next collection, Sherry, is our Prestige collection. This is a high-grade leather collection. These are all handmade, hand-stitched. We have a high-grade, you know, hardware on it, lots of customized lining, variety of shapes, functional compartments, much the same like our day-to-day. But in this collection, we've actually used a high-grade genuine leather collection. All right, moving on. This is the anti-tarnish, the garment bags I talked about. When you're not using your products, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to make sure that you are putting your pieces inside the garment bag to be able to protect them from dust, scratches, and of course, never leave your purse on the ground. Even when I go to restaurants, I always have a chair just for my purse because you don't want any get any gum or dirt or any scuffing on your bag as well. You want to invest into your bag and you want to make sure you protect your investment. Awesome, moving forward. So of course, ladies book collection. Well, this has come a very, very long way. You know, we follow the latest fashion trends. These are the first 4 shoes that I ever introduced. And of course, now this collection has changed. Not only this was the first collection that was made in Italy, high-grade craftsmanship, but now we have a very extensive lineup that ranges from size 5 to 11. For the ladies in Nigeria, you'll be very happy to know that I will be doing a collection of larger shoe sizes going up to 44. So you'll be able to get some of your favorite shoes in a beautiful high-grade Napa leather. And again, this will be a new collection that I'm currently working on. But again, this is all feedback that you give me, and you have to be able to be open to write us tickets and emails. We always take all of your opinions into consideration. Even if I don't personally respond, I have my team that will respond to you, but they will always get the message over to me so that I can review it for my future product development. All right, moving forward, men's footwear collection. Well, again, this has become a huge, huge collection. The men are feasting on it. Latest fashion trends, of course, high-grade craftsmanship. This is also Napa leather that I get from Italy, but all of my manufacturing for the shoes now, ladies and gentlemen, is done in Portugal, ladies and men. Why? Because Portugal has got the highest standards when it comes to shoe manufacturing. And one of the biggest components of our shoes is the inside, the outside, and the bottom of all of our shoes, even the soles, are made in leather. So 100% of the shoe is made in leather, and we're proud to say that. Now, size ranges originally for men, I started from size 9 to size 13. Well, once again, due to huge demand from the Haitian countries, the Asian countries, we have now started to add size 7 for men, going all the way up to size 13. And I'm currently working on one particular design for what I call my tall and big collection for men. And this collection will be size 14, 15 for the gentlemen. 14, 15, and 16. And this will be for the taller gentlemen that are looking for the larger size. Now, I can't make the same models that I've already made. This will be an exclusive design for the larger sizes because I have to work on a custom last that's going to be able to hold the weight, hold the standard, and of course still be comfortable when the gentlemen are wearing it. The new collection that I'm coming out with, I also have men's loafers. I have lots of great what I call gentleman shoes that are going to be coming out. So I'm extremely, extremely excited for this collection to be released and for it to be coming out very, very soon. So keep up to post as these shoes will be coming out for the men and of course for the women. All right, moving forward. So we also have, of course, our timepieces. And so we have really right now our main focus has been the Hollywood watches and of course the professional grade. And the timepieces are really the CEO's baby. You know, he gets a big say when it comes to the craftsmanship. He says a lot when it comes to the manufacturing and even the design. He's very much involved. As a matter of fact, the Red Line watch is his own design, being such a car fanatic and of course, a car collector, you could say. And so the timepieces, you know, come with premium movement. They have a 3-year manufacturer's warranty. By the way, Rolex only gives a 1-year warranty, and our company is basically giving you a 3-year manufacturer's warranty on our pieces. And what that means is that if for any reason your movement is no longer working, you can actually send that back to us, and free of charge within 3 years, we will actually replace or repair it for you. And these are the kind of products that we have at Global Wealth Trade. And right now, as many of you have seen maybe on Facebook, some of the design, in 2016, I have a massive rollout that's going to be coming out. So for those of you who are wondering when those new designs are coming out, in 2016 is when the new designs will be coming out for, of course, the next collection. All right, moving forward. Not only do we have great shoes, not only do we have great timepieces, but we have fantastic shields. And again, quality, durability, perfect fit, manufactured in Europe. We're using multiple countries such as Italy and France. So that's why we just say manufactured in Europe. Of course, we're using this strictly the highest grade of acetate. You know, as I mentioned, European standards of CR39. And again, these sunglasses are absolutely spectacular in the sense that there's designer, they're stylish, they're beautiful, and you know what? You get a chance to be able to really indulge in these. And of course, this year I released a massive collection of aviators and larger bolt sizes for women, and there's much, much more that are going to be coming out in, of course, our sunglass flagship for 2016. So 2016 is our 10-year anniversary, and therefore we're going to probably have one of the largest releases ever in our company. So again, I'm very, very excited about that. All right, moving forward. Optical, very much the same like the shields, quality, durability. Now, what's really amazing about our optical and shields is really, you know, what we're using. What that means is that, you know, when it comes to the design of our optical or sunglasses, we're basically putting the raw materials and the lenses the way that they fit on any face. So they're universal, really. So these basically mean that, you know, whether you have a long or round or an oval face, whether you have a higher raised nose or lower or flat, it doesn't matter the structure of your face, whether it's the optical or your sunglasses. These are universal and will fit everyone just as beautiful. So I'm extremely excited to be able to share that with all of our luxury consultants. And that's sort of the quality and the workmanship that we're putting into our pieces. Okay, moving on. The next collection is the maintenance, of course. You got to make sure you get beautiful cases. Make sure you protect your pieces, put them back into the cases. If your lenses get dirty, you can, of course, just wash them with a little bit of soap and warm water every month. That will get rid of any excessive sweating or residue or any contact that it's had with your hair. Maybe the oils from your hair is on it. That will also prevent it and get rid of it. But you got to make sure, don't soak them. You're just washing them, and of course, you're just drying them off right away. Okay, moving on, Sherry. Palladium. Now, this collection is extremely, extremely popular. This is the first sort of flagship product that we released for the FERI lineup. And we originally started with a 925, and it's come a long way where we've made the 925 into a 950 palladium composition. We're using natural rhodium plating. By the way, just so that you know, that in the metal charts, when it comes to the exchange market, the first metal on it is silver, of course, then it's gold, then it's platinum, then it's rhodium. So rhodium on the metal scale is by far the most expensive metal component. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We make your pieces in gorgeous silver, and what we're doing is we're basically rhodium plating it. Of course, we're using a palladium technology as well in order to be able to manufacture them, and that's why we're able to use a 950 silver, but at the same time be able to give it that gorgeous gold look, because of the hand workmanship that we're doing, the hand assembly that we're doing. All of our stones are called swan cut stones. They're custom cut by a lab specifically only for FERI designer lines. And I've had so many gemologists, I've had custom agents, basically pull their pieces over.
Our email, you just be scrolling.
FERI, I'm getting background noise. I'm not sure who's talking. Can you mute them, please? Thank you. And of course, these beautiful swan cut stones are hand assembled on all of our 950 Palladium pieces. And I have a massive, massive collection for FERI that's going to be coming out just exclusively for the FERI designer lines, which I'm thrilled about. And it'll be released basically for our 2016 convention. Okay, moving on. The Stellite collection. Stellite, of course, is a proven highest purity factor, very durable. It's very contemporary. The Stellite will be expanded in 2016 fully to replace the tungsten from rings and bracelets and so on and so forth. And I'm extremely pleased to be able to bring out this collection for you. All right, moving on. The 19K and 21K FERI Mosh. All right. So the FERI Mosh collection, ladies and gentlemen, this is an exclusive brand for us. We basically are pretty much the only company that make a 19 karat material in white, yellow, or rose gold, and we make it as heavy as platinum. We're using all hand assembly, and one of the greatest thing about this collection is that we can even make pieces that have 200 to 300 pieces of diamonds put into this design. And that's the skill, and again, that's what we won an award for when it comes to our FERI Mosh collection, because of the exclusive metal composition that we're creating to be able to create a very high carat of gold, which is a true investment, that make it as heavy as platinum, and of course, put the highest standard of VSF and a higher quality diamonds inside of these pieces. Okay, and of course, not only do we have a 19 karat, next slide, we of course not only have our special projects and our bridal, but we also have our FERI Mosh 21 karat gold lineup. And we are the only company that's manufacturing 21 karat with, of course, designer fine jewelry. Every single piece that we create is a first generation jewelry. We don't mass produce anything. It takes about 4 to 8 weeks to be able to create these. We're using VVS basically and higher when it comes to the craftsmanship. Our 21 karat, we go through a 22-step manufacturing process where an average jewelry piece and design is actually goes through about 5 to 6. Everything we do is handmade, hand set. It's micro setting. All of our setting is of course done under a microscope. And what's really exclusive about the FERI Mosh is that we give you a 5-year maintenance-free warranty. And really, the FERI Mosh collection, ladies and gentlemen, is it for everyone? No. It is definitely, you know, an exclusive lineup, but this is where you get a chance to be able to carry and distribute and make profits on the highest quality products that basically competes with benchmarks such as Harry Winston, Cartier, and you know, your brand FERI Mosh is right up there. And any of those brands, when they are sold in stores, of course, the giant stores are the ones that are getting the retail profit. Here with Global Wealth Trade, every single time that we, of course, create a 21 karat gold, you are basically helping someone to pick up a jewelry design and piece that is an investment grade jewelry piece that passed on generation to generation, and that's what makes our pieces absolutely spectacular and breathtaking. Okay, moving on. The diamonds that we're using. So, of course, when it comes to choosing a FERI Mosh piece, there's 4 different C's that determines, of course, the 4 C's determine the cost. So what are those? It's the carat, first, how big do you want it? It's the cut, what shape is it? And, of course, moving on, then it's the clarity and the color. So it starts from internally flawless, next slide, Sherry, internally flawless, and, of course, goes to VVS1, VVS2, SI1, SI2, and then, of course, the colors when it comes to D, E, F, G. And as you can see on this slide, ladies and gentlemen, we're only using white colored stones. We don't even go into the tinted white. It's 100% white color that we're using. And in the 19 karat, we're of course using basically VVS, VS, and now we're not even using SI1 quality anymore, other than if it's for side stones, but all center stones, we've recently changed them to VS quality as well. All right, now this part I want you to really pay attention to, because when it comes to the manufacturing process and setting, there is no business that wants to take this on. And with us, because we are a brand, because we want to give all of our luxury consultants the best of the best of the best, you have to understand when it comes to high carat gold like 18 karat, we're actually got about 13, they have about 13% gold loss. With us, for 21 karat, we can have up to 23% gold loss. And what that means is that when we're manufacturing our pieces, we have to make sure that we're using the highest standard of gold. While when it comes to the drilling and casting and polishing and setting, there's a huge amount of gold loss. But you know what? The exciting part is that we take that cost on because we want to give you the best of the best. Where our diamonds come from, I know some of you have been asking me this. Well, our diamonds are basically come from basically diamond dealers. But everything that we do is we follow the Kimberley process. And as you can see on the slide, the Kimberley process is a joint government venture that basically works on conflict-free diamonds, rough diamonds by rebel movements, and of course we don't use any of that. We're basically working only with diamond dealers, the largest ones in the world, and our diamonds are pretty much from Russia, Canada, Belgium, and the United States. But if you want more information, you can always visit the KimberleyProcess.com for more. Okay, moving on. The FERI Mosh Opulence. Of course, the Opulence is our gorgeous, gorgeous FERI Mosh shoes. These are all made in Italy. These are Napa leather. These are all exotic skin. They're absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking, and of course, they're all ultra luxury made just for our brand. And this lineup, of course, the gentleman will be very happy to know that I will be releasing a lineup of men's shoes in 2016 as well. Okay, moving on. The next collection, of course, not only do we have our FERI Mosh Opulence, but we have our FERI Mosh Exotics. And this is our handbags, all made in Italy. We got a mix of exotic skin that are exclusive for our brand. We have a gorgeous, gorgeous leather lining that's also put inside of these pieces. Again, definitely a collectible item, definitely goes up in value. And that's what the FERI Mosh brand is all about. It's about investment grade pieces that go up time after time. Okay, moving on. Of course, if you pick up any of our FERI Mosh pieces of our shoes, bags, wallets, belts, like you're seeing here, it's also keychains. It's really important to make sure you protect them. It's very important for you to clean them and keep them moist, as these are genuine skin, and you want to make sure that they don't dry out on you. So to moisturize them and to clean them is very, very important. Much the same like anything else that I've covered. But again, cleaning your products is one of the biggest attributes of your business as well. Not buying it. Buying it is important, but also maintaining it and cleaning it is just as important. All right, moving on, Sherry, please. Let's talk a little bit about our media accolades. Of course, all of you have heard the Canadian Jewelers. Well, why are we featuring this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that we are creating a 21 and 19 karat gold, that's a big deal for the world. A 5,000-year-old industry, guess what? We're revolutionizing it. We're creating high-quality materials, high-carat gold, and we're opening the eyes of many that have been as a part of this very old and very protected industry. So be very proud of our FERI Mosh lineup, as we have basically broken every single paradigm. Everyone told us it couldn't be done. We spent 2 years of blowing up a lot of gold, doing a lot of formulations. Our CEO kept on saying, we can do it, never gave up, and you know what? We're here today and extremely, extremely proud of our 19 and 21 karat FERI Mosh lineup. Moving on, of course, not only does it stop there, but when it comes to the other attributes that we have with our company, you can always check up our media accolades of everything that we've been able to achieve. All right, let's talk a little bit about product maintenance, because as I mentioned, I keep on talking about it. It's not only important to be a product of the product, but to make sure that you're cleaning your pieces. Of course, I'm giving you guys gorgeous packaging, jewelry boxes to protect your goods, to make sure you use them. We also have gorgeous cleaning sprays We have cleaning cloths. All of your bags and merces and everything else, of course, comes into garment bags. So make sure you're using all of these attributes. I even have a cleaning video online. If you don't know how to clean your pieces, you can find my video under our Global Wealth Trade YouTube link on how to clean your GWT products as well. So product maintenance is super important. Moving on, Sherry. All right, those, I've already covered this. You know, avoid impact, banging, washing dishes, swimming. You know, don't put them on hard surfaces. I've already talked about that. Chlorine, salt, and water do shorten the life of your jewelry. Whether that's POSH, FERI, your timepieces, doesn't matter. You've got to make sure you're protecting your pieces. Okay, next slide, please. Again, water resistant. Our timepieces are water resistant, which means for a couple of minutes, not for you to go swimming or scuba diving or sauna or baths, et cetera, et cetera. Do not use it, because if you do, your warranty will be null and void. Okay, moving on. All right, so again, really important for me to not only be able to train you, but be able to also answer some of the questions. Sherry, can we go to the next slide? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take you through, you know, our product training slides, but at the same time, I wanted to be able to also give you a chance to type in some of your questions to go over, you know, what you can do. But before we go there, I want to just show you some of the, go back one slide as well, is basically what can happen when it comes to when you don't take care of your pieces. So these are some of the damaged products for you guys to see. So these are people that are basically neglecting or spraying perfume or washing their hands over and over and over. As you can see, the gorgeous pieces are changing quite a bit. Next slide. This next picture you're looking at on the left, which is the timepiece. This is actually dead skin, soap scum, dirt, someone who's never cleaned their watch. So it's really important to spray and clean. The one on the right is someone banging their hand, and we could, of course, once we send everything under a microscope, we can see everything clearly. So you got to make sure you're taking care of your pieces, because, you know, again, we are manufacturing the best, but you got to also make sure you take care of it to make it stay the best. All right, moving on. This is someone, of course, who snapped off the shields, and they actually had sat on them, and it was due to impact when this had happened, and then they dropped it on top of it. All right, moving on. So product maintenance and warranty is super important. Now, some of the things I wanted to share with you on how to do a home party. A lot of people, again, I guess, are doing them to be able to increase retail sales. Doing a home party or trade show, it's fun, it's easy, it's simple, it's profitable. Most importantly, it's duplicatable. And if you want to know how to do this, this is just a free online guide that I've done. It's right in your back office. This will showcase how to showcase your products, how to increase retail sales, also how to let other people know that you started a new business venture, what you're doing in team building, generating income. This will also help you to be flexible and work around your work schedule. And you can really do this at any day of the week. You can do multiple parties a month. And you know, there's going to be some people in your team that are not recruiters. They're not building this business to go recruit the world, and you may be a strong recruiter like Abdul Razak is, and someone who's an MLMer who's been building this like Comfort or Dr. Anthony. But you know, there's a lot of people who would rather also sell through their home and use their home as their source of business, and this is a great way for you to do that as well. So make sure if you haven't reviewed this, even if you're not going to do it, make sure you read it at least once. It's a very easy read. It gives you step-by-step scripts, guidelines on what you need to do in order to be able to build your business. And as I mentioned, it's free. It's in your back office. You can just easily download it as a PDF and read it at your leisure. Okay, moving on. The VIP program. Now, I can't stress to everybody how important this is. And as a matter of fact, in our Phase 5, we just released our VIP reward program tracker right in your back office. And you're supposed to be, you know, putting on 20 new VIP customers a month. And what we're doing corporately is a reward program is a great way to be able to take all of your customer purchases and to be able to track them, be able to help them, but most importantly, to be able to allow your customers to make wish lists, be able to view previous purchases, and we as a company are giving rebate dollars for every dollar that's spent. And that is creating customer loyalty to come back over and over to you as a luxury consultant. So how does it work? Well, let's take a look. The first level to get started at is, of course, the bronze level. So creating a VIP account is simple, it's free for all of your customers, and really, as I mentioned earlier, you should be putting in 20 VIP customers a month. So when you are a bronze level and you reach $100 and your customer shops $100, guess what? They're going to earn 2% rebate on every dollar up to $499. So this could be, you know, a FERI item that they're buying. It could be one ring even. It could be a purse. It could be a purse. It could be so many different variables. And so anywhere from $100 to $499 that they spend as a customer, not only do you make retail profit, but, ladies and gentlemen, your customer will gain 2% rebate on every single dollar that they spend. And when they do that, guess what? They're going to be excited and they're going to feel rewarded. And the shopping cart, of course, will recognize the next step, which is silver, where if they shop between $500 and $999, it will double to 4%. It works the exact same way as the bronze, just the level of rebate has increased and doubled to become 4%. But once again, if you have a customer that's coming in and buying a pair of shoes, they're buying a purse, they're buying a sunglass, they're already at the silver level immediately. So once again, you've made retail profit, but your customer is also earning 4%. Moving on to the next level, of course, you can always upgrade your customer, going in from silver to, of course, from bronze to silver, and of course, silver upgrading, and Sherry, to the next slide, please, to a gold level. And when you're at the gold level, you are basically anywhere from a shopping of $1,000 to $4,999 in retail shopping. Again, we have many of these gold VIP customers that are buying a pair of shoes, they're buying sunglasses, and they're buying basically a purse to match it. And at this point, any customer from $1,000 shopping spree to $4,999, they're getting a 6% rebate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that they go up and reach $5,000 of retail shopping, they can earn 10% rebate for every dollar that they spend as our platinum reward. And so I want you to just imagine this. Someone spends $5,000, and of course, with the $5,000, this could be, as I mentioned, a pair of shoes, sunglasses. It could even be a gorgeous FERI necklace. It could be one item. It could be a gorgeous FERI watch. And you know, we have this happening all the time where consumers are making purchases, they're earning rebate, and you know what? They're taking those rebates and rebuying gifts. So if someone at the platinum level spends $5,000 and gets a 10% rebate, they just got a $500 shopping spree for free. And guess what? That $500 could be going towards any item. It could be, again, our FERI items, it could be our POSH items, and that's the beauty of the work. So the more that they shop from you as a luxury consultant, the more retail profit that you make, but in turn, your customer will in fact also earn $3 to be able to go on a shopping spree. So if you have customers that want to spend money and they don't want to become a business member and they want to become a customer, this is the part that will be extremely rewarding for them and that they can take, of course, advantage of. And of course, as a part of our GWT at home, we also have this VIP client card that you can download and photocopy, and you're able to also create VIP accounts for your customers. Remember, your target is to sign 20 free VIP clients a month, and I assure you, once you start to put in those VIP customers every single day into your back office, guess what's going to happen? Those VIP customers are going to convert into retail customers. They're going to start making purchases from you, and you're going to start seeing orders pouring in and your retail profits going through the roof. Okay, and last but not least, the next topic I wanted to cover is gift certificates. So going on to the next slide, please, is gift certificates, again, is a fantastic way, especially in Europe and Nigeria, for you to give away free product. So you can give away these $300 gift certificates to all of your VIP retail customers. They must open up a VIP account. And when they spend over $600, and basically their gift certificate can basically be $300 off the $600. It's really important. It must be a maximum of 2 items, okay? And with that maximum of 2 items, guess what? If your customer is in Nigeria or Europe or anywhere in the world, as long as they spend their $600 as a minimum with 2 items, being a POSH or FERI item, the shipping is free worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. And so this is where I know a lot of customers are taking advantage of it. If you're wondering where to get the gift certificate code, you can download them right in your back office. You can create 5, 10, 15 codes at a time, and basically you can give them away to your customers as needed as well. So that's pretty much the very quick training I wanted to give you to kind of wrap up a little bit about the product department. Sherry, I also wanted to be able to do some questions if people do have some questions in regards to the product that I can assist with. So again, that should be the final slide. I just want to double check it is. And if it is, then we can open up the lines for any questions or comments.
Wow, thank you so much, Sanaz. It is the last slide, I believe. I remember when I first got started back in 2007, none of this you talked about was exist, and over time, like over this almost 8 years, slowly and but surely, then we have one by one, you have created so many amazing things for our business. And thank you so much, Sanaz, and for doing that. And it's your sacrifice, you know, the time and your efforts you put in the business, and hours you put in the business that made us a strong and very strong company. And I very appreciate that so much. And not only me, I know pretty much everyone on this call who started. You know, even just a couple of years ago, they see the improve and enhancement of the products and everything. It's just so amazing. Thank you so much, Sanaz.
Thank you, Sherry. And you know, this is really important for the new people that are on this call. If you just joined us and you have all of these requests of what you want, you know, I'm always open to it. But you know, over time, as Sherry has said, for me, it's about developing and creating. And you know, no other company out there, ladies and gentlemen, in the network marketing industry goes out there and gives away and creates as many designs as we do. So originally when I first started, we only had our silver collection as the only vertical. And from silver, we've added shoes, and we've added belts, and we've added, of course, you know, merces and purses and different price points and POSH jewelry and FERI Mosh. So yes, I do have a lot on my plate. You know, 10 years later, I'm still working extremely hard. Today is Sunday. It's absolutely beautiful outside here in Toronto. It's about 5 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Sunday is usually even my family day. And Sherry, when you asked me to do the call for Nigeria, I said absolutely, because you know, not only Nigeria, but again, Nigeria, Europe, worldwide is working so extremely hard, and I said I would take the time out of my schedule on my day off, of course, of work. And it's because the reason I'm sharing that with you is because my commitment to all of our luxury consultants worldwide. We are here to change or revolutionize the industry. When the CEO shared with me about 10 years ago, you know, what he wanted to do, how he wanted to revolutionize the industry, how he wanted to be able to create the best compensation plan out in the world, how he wanted to give entrepreneurs the best products that didn't expire or didn't, you know, basically that would last forever and ever and ever. I got extremely excited about his vision. Well, 10 years later, we're still working hard, we're still working strong. You know, my babies, as Sherry knows, are all the products that I create. And, you know, we make our sacrifices every day to be able to create the best company out there. And, what, you know, Global Wealth Trade has built a mini economy worldwide where our products in our 10-year history are distributed in 93 countries. We're still very proud and honored to say that we are a 100% debt-free company. We're just getting launched and getting into momentum, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter how long you've been in this opportunity, how long ago, whether you joined like Sherry 8 years ago, or like me right at the get-go, or you just launched last week. What's really important is to understand the power of this business. We have, the compensation plan is the best that's out in the industry. There's nobody out there that has. Sherry, maybe you want to just go to the first slide that we had, so everyone knows who's also talking. What's really important is for everyone to understand what we've done with this company and what our vision is. What's really important is for you to understand the passion and the heart behind this company. For you to understand that we stand behind everything that we do. Are we the first perfect company? Absolutely not. And we will never be the perfect company. We will make mistakes, and we'll go through trial and error sometimes. But you know what? We're committed. We're dedicated. We're here to be here. We're here for this to become your last company. So you're going to be experiencing lots of different product lines that are going to be coming in. We're going to be eventually bringing in a gorgeous skincare line, cosmetics that's going to be coming in, a home collection that's going to be coming in, and much, much, much more development, fragrances, colognes. And we're not just stopping there. Eventually in 2018-19, we'll do clothing, we'll do suits, we'll do gowns. I mean, it's an unlimited amount that we're going to do when it comes to our product collection and design. But ladies and gentlemen, you have to be patient. You have to work with us. You have to keep your eye on the target. And don't worry about all the little riffraff. Don't worry about the nagging and the complaining. You need to focus on the target. The reason why you joined this business, because you wanted to change your lifestyle, or you wanted an extra income, or you wanted to replace your income. You have to keep focused, and you have to keep your target, and you have to basically work towards everything that you need in this business, and we're here to help you and back you up with that. Back to you, Sherry.
I appreciate that so much, and I remember that. And 8 years ago on my birthday, I was sitting in the office and had chatting with you and Ramin. Share with us the vision you have and about this business. And I believed in. And I joined, and I never stopped. I found myself a home, a real home, and my life has changed so much over these 8 years because of you, because of Ramin, because of Global Wealth Trade. And I thank you for everything you have done for us. So. And it's also very great to actually see you a few days ago, as you mentioned, and to introduce you my fairy baby, Bim Bim, and she was so comfortable in your arms. When you're holding her, she's like, she knows you, like she already get to know you already. That's the family type of feeling that we have with you. There's no other company I have never ever experienced before. So this is my home, and I'm going to build strong and stronger every single day with this business, and that's why we are all here. And so Sanaz, we believe we do have a lot of questions, and we have a lot of people have a lot of great comments as well. And I'm going to get our Ambassador of the Month, Habiba, to go through the questions with you. Habiba, are you there?
Hello, Sherry, I'm here.
Excellent. Okay, Habiba, please go through questions with our Senior Vice President Sanaz here.
All right. Hi, Sanaz. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. We've really gained. I know a lot of my team. This is one of the largest calls we have, looking at the attendees, and I think we are happy to have had you here and explaining all you have. So we have a few questions. Mostly it's not questions, but like, wow, 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 I'm super excited about what is going on with GWT. So they wanted to ask, someone asked, will we have watches in POSH? And how about automatic timepieces in FERI?
Thank you so much, Habiba. A pleasure to meet you, my dear. Great questions. Yes, we do actually have an automatic time movement. I'm releasing that in 2016 at our international convention. And yes, there's also POSH watches that are going to be coming out for men and women, and they're absolutely breathtaking. And I just finished the design this past Friday, so I'll be giving everyone a sneak peek of them very soon.
Oh, we can't wait for that, especially me.
You're going to love them. They're beautiful.
All right, then that'll be nice. Another one is good afternoon, and this was from Christine Nickel. Thank you very much for your question. And I will say here, please, if you would like to ask a question live, please just raise your hands, and I will unmute you. Anne and McLean Marie, thanks. Good afternoon. Thanks very much for this presentation of the new collections that will be coming out. Will we have wedges, please? If yes, when will we see them, please? Also, will size 42 for women ever be produced? Will we see POSH timepiece anymore? Okay, you've answered that. Will some of the products be released before the convention, please? And is yellow gold only in FERI Mosh?
Okay.
There are like so many questions. I don't know if you got them. Maybe I should start with the first one first.
So one of the first ones was about the watches. Again, I've already responded to that. I guess everyone's very excited for the POSH watches to come out. Yes, there will be POSH watches that is coming out. And actually, as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be the first group to hear it. They will be released before the convention. I will be releasing them before Christmas. So you will be able to have the POSH watches before Christmas. And I'm extremely excited about that. And in regards to, sorry, you got to repeat some of those questions for me again.
All right, and will we have wedges, please?
Shoe wedges?
Yes.
Yes, we will. I'm working on that design as well.
Okay, I'm happy that the watches are coming out before Christmas. So Christmas presents, everyone get ready.
That's right.
And then also, will size 42 for women ever be produced?
Yes, absolutely. I know the ladies in Nigeria have been wanting 42, 43, and I'm actually working on a gorgeous design for the ladies for 41, 42, 43.
Okay, I will add this. Will you know the slip-ons that are not too high? Do you have that in your plans?
Yes, I am.
All right then. And she asks also if there's only yellow gold. Is yellow gold only in FERI Mosh?
Yes, because our only lineup is in FERI Mosh for gold.
Okay.
But we do have designs in our FERI collection that are yellow gold plated. They're silver, but yellow gold plating.
Okay. I think that's all of Anne and McLean's questions, because you've answered some of the questions in other questions. So is there also a warranty for FERI Mosh opulence wear and exotics?
Absolutely.
That's by Christine Nicole.
Absolutely. Any of our pieces, ladies and gentlemen, we have warranty on all of our designs. Again, whether it's FERI, again, FERI comes with an unprecedented warranty of stone, rhodium, anything like that. FERI Mosh as well is the same way with our exotics and opulence wear as well.
And Sean Haynes is yaying you and saying fantastic training. Thanks to incredible SVP Sanaz for all you do for all of us.
Oh, Sean, welcome back from your vacation. It's good to have you back, sweetheart.
Yeah, and Christine also says thank you. And Agogo Akise says, have we started? Oh, sorry, that must be, he was asking if we have started, and he said we're all muted, but I think that's not your concern. So, and what is the warranty on all FERI products, please? The timepieces were mentioned that there is a 3-year warranty on them, but not here for the other FERI products.
So all of the different FERI products all have different warranties. Every single product vertical. And if you, ladies and gentlemen, you should know all of your product warranties for yourself, for your customers. And I would highly encourage you for you to go to our website, and under our policies and procedures, right at the bottom right corner on the front page, you know, to download it. But basically, to give it to you quickly, the FERI sterling silver has basically, any of the FERI jewelry pretty much has a 1-year warranty. Any of our leather materials pretty much have your 1-year. Sunglasses, everything when it comes to manufacturing and workmanship as well. And so when it comes to, negligence, swimming, breaking it, smashing it, it's not under warranty, but we can still repair it for you as a company. Of course, we're the manufacturer, so everything is repairable, even if you damage your pieces. But it's really important to make sure that you take care of them. So for FERI, on average, is about 1 year.
Okay, and then the last question I'll ask you is, are we going to have belts soon?
Yes, the belts will actually be released before Christmas as well. Actually, sooner than you think.
Okay, so please, another thing I must say is, let's have belts in women wear too, not just for the men.
I do. I have belts for women as well. Again, one thing that's really important for everyone to understand, the first collection that we always come out with is always a very soft launch. And what we do is we get a lot of market feedback. And then the second launch that we do is then we go a lot more strong and aggressive. But I actually have some gorgeous women's belts that match the ladies' purses and shoes. For the men, I also have belts that will match the purses and the men's shoes.
And finally, Egan also asks, are the chains strong enough to carry the weight of pendants?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's because some people have actually complained of some chains cutting after it carries pendants for some time and all that. So I'm sure.
It depends. Again, if you're wearing, silver chains and trying to put tungsten on it, tungsten is much heavier. So if you're wearing the right chain that I sell in the right category, you should never have this problem. But all of our chains are produced in Italy. And again, you should never have a problem with your chain breaking as long as you're basically not overloading it. But again, if you're wearing a lady's chain and you're putting men's pieces on it and you're stacking it up, of course, you may break it. As I mentioned to you, our pieces are not destructible. A lot of people think our people are indestructible and they think that they will never break or they will never scratch or they will never bruise. But the reality of it is, of course, you have to always maintain and take care of your pieces. And if you do, again, I'm selling the same product to 93 countries. And trust me, if we have a problematic item, we pull it off the cart right away. And once in a while, we will have problems with some items. I'm not saying we're the first perfect company, but I can assure you, if we're selling it online, it's okay. It's durable. It's, again, high quality that we're basically selling as a part of our collection.
Okay, I think that's the, yeah, shoes up to size 11. I think that's already been taken care of. You've already told us when the POSH items will be released.
Yeah.
How soon can we get new watches? You told us before Christmas, so I don't think there's any need to ask that again.
Again, this is not FERI watches. I want to make sure everybody understands all of the new watches that are going to be coming out are going to be coming out for the convention. The POSH watches will be released before the convention.
Okay, great. Okay. All right, then I'll take, people have raised their hands for some time now. I'll start with Nkechi. Nkechi, I'm going to unmute you now, so please get ready.
Habiba, this is Sherry here. I like to ask Sanaz if some of the men's footwear collection, I know my partner was asking if you can make it as a unisex.
Yeah, I know. Everybody has a different taste. I know some people have been asking me to make some of the men's shoes for lady sizes, and I know it's the Oxford that they want. I will, for those customers, I will definitely be doing a ladies version of Oxford so they can order. Again, the ladies are tapping into all the stuff that customers have, but yes, we will work on them for sure.
I remember, Sanaz, when you first, introduced the tungsten ring was for men, and then we have a lot of ladies buy it. So I think it's a very similar concept. Unisex is now a trend, right? So I think it's we will have very good market for it.
Yeah, I think ladies just always want to wear all the men's designs.
Right, and then now, of course, my Bimping has been waiting for the FERI for baby.
Children's one.
I know you all want your own designs and you all want your own pieces. I'm working. I've already sacrificed quite a bit. Now I won't have to sleep or eat or do anything other than work and create products for you guys.
Thank you, Sanaz. We love you.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And then Kenya, I think your question has also been answered. POSH will be released before December. Sanaz, I'm believing that these are the new POSH collection. She's not talking about the watches. So I hope I'm right to say before December.
Yes, before December, we're going to be releasing the POSH watches and as well some of the new POSH jewelry as well.
Exactly, some of the new POSH jewelry because we need it for Christmas rush, yeah?
You got it. You got it.
Okay. Yeah, Maria Gaderi, you might need to tell me what your name is. I don't know what your name is. You've asked personally that you want to talk to Sanaz, so if you can tell me what your name is.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can unmute you. Yes, I hear you.
Hi, Sanaz. How are you doing? Hello, Sherry.
Hi, Maria. How you doing?
Okay.
I am doing amazing, amazing. So I'm back from Europe. I'm settling in Toronto, and I want to just thank you very much for this amazing, amazing training. One thing I wanted to share with you, Sanaz, that I was after 7 years being in the company and seeing the improve and the expansion of our products and the whole company and expansion of the business all around the world. Every day, every time I travel around the world, I get more and more surprised by the response of people in different markets to our product line. One thing that was fascinating for me when I was in Italy, a few people on Facebook who saw the product on Facebook, they wanted to meet with me, and surprisingly, when I met with them, they couldn't speak a word English. And the only reason they wanted to meet with me was the beauty and the shiny of our product. So they wanted to meet and they wanted to find out if this is a network marketing company. And in that meeting, there was 3-4 of them. We could not speak any language. They were speaking Italian. I was speaking English. Finally, the translator arrived, and they told the translator they saw the pictures of the product, and they had a guess that it was a network marketing company, and they wanted to join the business just because the product was so beautiful. So the translator couldn't stay so long. I had to show them the product. So the product did the presentation without us being able to communicate a word. They saw the product. I showed them the numbers. The pay plan is really transparent and it doesn't need any language. It's all numbers. And they joined right away Diamond, and now they're building it in a market, and I could not as a leader speak a word. So that was really fascinating for me, and I wanted to thank you because in other companies that I was with you, we had to spend hours explaining the product of those companies, every other company out there. We have to explain hours. We have to spend hours to explain and give them testimony and give them sample, and after a month they come back and tell us how was the product. And now with GWT, they will chase you because of our beauty of our product. So thank you so much, Sanaz, for creating such an amazing, amazing product for us.
Thank you so much, Maria. That's a great testimonial. Absolutely. Again, that's the power of our products being visual and, again, high impact. So thank you for that testimonial.
My pleasure, Sanaz. European team have some questions about the ambassador cruise. They wanted to find out if the ambassador cruise dates and the location is finalized so they can start working on their trip to wherever the cruise is, and they can plan their trip. And also there are some questions about the $10,000 or $9,500 shopping spree special promotion that we have. That is this promotion going to be extended again, or is this going to be repeated again? So if you could touch base on that as well, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Okay, so a couple quick things. Number one, the promotion for the IIA. In the past 10 years, this is the second time and probably the last time we're running it, and it ends tomorrow. It's not being extended. So it's really important. If you have anyone that you guys want to get in the business, you have till tomorrow midnight Eastern time to get them in. In regards to the ambassador cruise, anyone who's qualified, our departure date is January 18th. We've already sent out an email to everyone who's qualified, so make sure you're checking your email because we have already contacted all of our qualifiers. and it departs basically from Florida on January the 18th. So if you haven't got it, send us an email or a ticket, or email graphics, GRAPHIC @gwtcorp.com, and we'll make sure that they send you the proper message over as well. Okay, Habiba, other questions for
Okay,
her?
thank you for that. Yeah, I have I have a lot of hands up, but I think we should take 3 because I think we should release you. So I'm going to take the ones that I've seen have been longest up. Ramatu Yahaya Abubakar, I'm going to unmute you. In case she, I think, couldn't wait any longer and she left. Ramatu, you're unmuted, please. Your question. Ramatu? Okay, then I will go for Rebecca. Ramatu, when you're here, let us know. Rebecca Nasamu, hello. Hello, Rebecca. Okay. Patrick Otta, I'm coming for you. Okay, you will need to unmute yourself on your side, but I've unmuted you already.
No worries. You can just know, and then you can unmute them. When they come back on, we'll hear them as well.
All right. Hello, Patrick has unmuted himself, so I think he's fine. Hi, Patrick.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, ma.
Good evening,
Yeah, I would like
Patrick.
to know when are we gonna. Yeah, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, when are we gonna receive our perfume lines?
The perfume lines will be launched 2016-17.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still working on the. Actually, the perfume is developed. It's the logistics that we're trying to work out when it comes to the distribution. So that's something that we're going to be working on. When we're ready, we'll definitely release it all one together.
Okay.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
All right.
Yes, I'm okay with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. All right. Thank you, Patrick. I'll go back to Tonya. Tonya Dean. She's just not. Something is up. I can't unmute her. Sherry, can you try? Hello, Sherry.
Yeah. Let me try it, but I don't know if I can.
No problem. Go to the
not
next
working.
Hello, who is that?
Dr. Anthony.
Okay, hello.
Dr. Anthony.
Okay, go ahead.
Tonya is not unmuting.
Yeah, it's not unmuting, I noticed. So I'll go for Nkechi. Nkechi, please unmute yourself. I can see you, but you are muted on your side. Okay.
Hi,
yeah,
Habiba.
Go on. Thank you for coming. Hi.
Okay. Hi, Sanaz, everyone. Good evening. What I wanted to ask is concerning the FERI Stingray. I had heard earlier in the year that it was going to come back. There was a bag similar to it in the FERI collection that was sold out late last year. So it would be nice to have that back, the Stingray and the bag that looked like it, because I think that's one of our best-selling bags. So since it's something that we have that won an award, it would be nice to have that back for those who would either want to save up their IA and buy it, or for VIP clients who have been asking about it. So it would be nice to know what the timeline is for bringing the FERI Stingray bag back into the collection.
Well, thank you so much for that inquiry. It's actually amazing for the FERI Stingray bag that, you know, although it hasn't been around, I still get inquiries about it all the time. And the reason it wasn't created, because what I do with the day-to-day collection is I release it for about 2 to 3 seasons, or I should say years, and then basically I go on to a next collection. And with the Stingray collection, literally at the moment everything hit the shelf, it basically sold out. So that is something that I'm planning on bringing back for actually our 2016 release. And again, I have now an ostrich print in the FERI collection, which is doing extremely well as well. So I'm actually working on a lineup of similar shape and design that will be released for 2016. But thank you again for that feedback. It's great.
Okay, great. Ramatu, you're unmuted. Can you try one last time? If not, any other person with any question, please type it into the question box. And you have 3 minutes to do that so that we can let Sanaz go. Ramatu?
Okay. Habiba, another question I have is, I do have a question for our ladies that are on the call, because I've been getting an inquiry for size 41, 42, 43. Are those the average sizes, or do they go up to 44? I just need to better understand the ladies' shoe sizes that are in the Nigerian market.
Yeah, we've got ladies with quite big feet. You know, the wide, big feet, like someone like me. None of the shoes I see online might be my size.
41, 42, 43. Do they go up to 44?
I have a hot one, but I have a wide fit.
I understand.
And a lot of people have wide feet.
But what's the larger size?
There's 43. There's even up to 43.
Okay, perfect. That's all I needed to know.
I have I've seen 43 who have friends who have 43. So I think, and then sometimes it's 43 thin fit, and sometimes it's 43 wide fit. So you can put that into consideration when you're talking about, going about shoes.
Because I'm actually going to Italy next week, so that's why I'm asking you this.
Okay, great. Nice to have you put us in mind. One thing I want to ask is about the wristwatches. I was trying to get a wristwatch for one of my top military guy friends who wanted to buy one, and of course we didn't want to buy a president, but we wanted something next to the president. And for him, the, what do you call it, the asal was too close to, for him it was a bit ladylike, and he wanted something a bit more masculine but with the asal features. Are wristwatches coming out anytime soon?
Again, if you ever have designs, inquiries about the higher end watches, you can always ask us, and those are the type of pieces that we manufacture exclusively as a limited edition anyways. So what we can do is we can actually customize them if it's for, a more masculine look, to do